Hey there, and welcome to Guided Readers. I am thrilled you decided to join Guided Readers today, and I am excited to get you into the program and get it working in your classroom. I very quickly wanted to show you around the website just to give you a few little tips and tricks to get you to dive into the material as quick as possible. So what you want to do is you want to log into your teacher login portal and put in your email address and your password, and you're immediately going to see this bookshelf. This is your bookshelf, your library bookshelf, I call it. Now, what I want you to do, the most important thing to do is up here where you look at your portal, basically. You have your student manager, your profile, your subscription. My suggestion is to start at your student manager. And what you want to do here is you want to add your students that are going to be using the program right into the portal. It's very easy to do. You just click this new button right here, and then you add your student's name. I'll just add a student's name, and then you assign that student a 2-picture password, so no words are needed. So I will choose Anthony, Ant, and Bat, and then I am going to assign him levels. Now, I usually assign between 5 to 6 levels for a student. I'll always give them some levels on their independent reading level, and sometimes I'll give instructional. However, with that being said, when you're using these books during guided reading, I think it's important to use books that the students haven't experienced before. So if you're going to be instructing your students, let's say on a level J, then let's say, for example, Anthony is in a group that you're going to be teaching him and instructing him at a level J. I wouldn't allow him to have level J readers. Maybe I would do E, F, G, H, I levels. So maybe those are the levels that he could see in his bookshelf, because if I'm going to be instructing him at a J, I want to make sure that those J books are not in his bookshelf, because I want these books to be new to him when he comes to guided readers. So when he comes to guided reading groups. So when you're assigning students levels, don't give them their instructional reading levels, because you're going to be using those in groups. So I would suggest giving him or her the levels underneath, or his independent or her independent instructional reading levels. And then you click Create Student. And there you go. He's now in your portal. And then you click New, and you add your next new student to your portal. And then those are going to be the students in your student portal. And this is where, right here, where you see this little recordings right here, if you click that, this is where you're going to see any recordings that the student did and recorded themselves reading, and of course, any of their quiz scores as well. So this is where you gather all of the information from what your students are doing within the digital reader. So when you are back on the bookshelf, now let's say you're going to do a reading group with your students, and you say, okay, I know that I'm going to be doing a reading group this week. I need a level J book. So what you can do is you can sort the books on your bookshelf by Fountas and Pinnell level, or by Lexile, depending on what you use in your classroom. So let's say if I decide to pick J books, all of my J books as of right now will show up on the site. Now, please know that the site is being uploaded every single day with new books. 20 to 50 leveled readers will be added every single solitary month. And right now we'll be adding 20 readers per week at this point. So this library is going to grow and grow and grow and grow over every single week, and we will continue to grow until we are into the thousands of books. So not to worry, we've got you covered with level readers constantly being added to your bookshelf. So let's say, for example, you decide you are going to read this particular book on Robbie the Raccoon. You click the word materials, and then this shows you everything that you need to know about the book. It tells you what the comprehension focus will be for that book. So if you know you need to do beginning, middle, and end this particular week, or you want to do character analysis, you'll know that this book will be appropriate for those lessons. It also tells you all of the Common Core standards that are aligned and all of the TEKS that are aligned. And then it tells you any related titles to this book, because I sometimes have books on different levels. So when you say, okay, you can look through it and you can preview it, and you can see what the book, you can take a quick read of the book to see what's in it and what the story is about. And then if you say, okay, this is great, yep, I am going to teach this lesson, the first thing you're going to do is going to decide if you're going to print a single-sided book or a double-sided book. In my opinion, double-sided books are better because they use less paper, because you're printing on both sides. And down here is the video on how to print and assemble your books. Also, there's a PDF on how to print and assemble your books. So you decide which book you're going to download. So if you click double-sided book, you'll click it and it's going to open up into a new window. You want to definitely click this little arrow down here and download it to your computer, whether in a folder or on your desktop. Never print from this window. You're printing from an internet browser and you'll always get issues printing from an internet browser. So I would suggest clicking this arrow up here, downloading it to your computer, your local computer, and printing from there. And then, as you can see on the back of the book, you have the Lexile level, the Fountas and Pinnell level that you need, and of course, a little summary of the book. And then what you want to do is click Lesson Plan. And again, your lesson plan downloads. Please, again, click that download button and download to your direct computer in a folder or your desktop. I suggest making a new folder on your desktop for guided readers and download all of your resources within that file. It gives you everything you need to teach this particular 3-day lesson. And then, of course, you have your printables that go with the lesson and your instructional tools down here, and your Google Classroom. If you're a one-to-one classroom and you like to do more digital work, you can download the Google Classroom pieces as well. If you don't want the students to be writing on paper and you want them to do the work via digital, through a digital aspect on Google Classroom, you can do that as well. So everything is here for you to download and start teaching. Easy peasy. Another thing you could also do, just so you know, is if you want to use the digital reader when you work with your students instead of printing out the books, you could do that as well. It's super easy. So as I said, if we were on level J and we were going to do Robbie the Raccoon, you could have your students open up the book in the digital reader, and you can use the digital reader during your guided reading groups, which is really great. So you don't have to print out the printable readers if you don't want to, or you could just use the digital readers, but that's totally up to you. It's flexible in which you can decide how you're going to instruct those students using the digital book or the printable book. So this is all available inside of your bookshelf. You can just click this word bookshelf up here. You can get back to your bookshelf. Again, you can sort by Fountas and Pinnell level or Lexile level. You can also search for a specific title or a book. You could also search for, let's say, a comprehension skill. So let's say you're teaching plot. You could put plot in and click sort or click search, and it will show you all the books that we teach plot with. If you are teaching character traits, you can put in character traits in the search bar, search, and all of the books that come up with character traits are in here. Now we have character traits. It might just not be coming up with this particular, okay, so it didn't come up with the word character traits, but it came up with the word character. So definitely do some different searching, because we have lots of different tags. As well as if you go, let's say you go into materials, you can click these tags right here. See, oh, it was character analysis. So if I click character analysis here, it's gonna show me all of the books I have right now that have character analysis. Again, let's say I go into materials and I want to see the books I have on describing plot. It will show all of the books that I teach describing plot with. So this gives you a lot of different abilities to search for the books that you need, whether it be based on Common Core standards. Let's say you are doing standards in kindergarten, doing K.1 standard. It will bring up all of the books that focus on that particular standard. So there's so many different ways to search for the books and materials that you're looking for using the search bar. So the search bar is your friend. So use that if you're looking for a specific skill, strategy, or standard as well. So let's head on back to the bookshelf. Again, here is your subscription page. If you need to send us any kind of feedback or support, that's available too. Your subscription page just tells you what your subscription is. You can add licenses to your subscription if friends want to join in, or if your school district is planning on paying for it, you can do that here as well. But again, the most important parts of your portal are your student manager, which is here, and then of course your bookshelf, your materials, and on the bookshelf as well, you can see the quiz that's available and the answers that go with the quiz. And those will get recorded in your student portal that you can see. So it's really an exciting software that you're going to be using in your classroom. And of course, the instructional materials are based on best practices in guided reading instruction and of course, literacy development as well. And we are so excited to bring guided readers to you today. So make your way around the site, start downloading some of your materials, and get teaching. And please let me know how you enjoy the program. I would love to hear from you. Send me an email, send me a message on Facebook. And of course, don't forget to join our Guided Readers Facebook group, where we're going to be having a huge community of teachers that are using the program and are just excited to learn more about guided reading instruction and best practices in literacy development. So join us over at our Facebook page or group, Guided Readers, and enjoy your new program for your classroom, Guided Readers. We're thrilled to have you. Okay, guys, I'll see you inside the teacher portal. Bye for now.